to murder, I'm swapped.
Aloha! Welcome to Cyntillating Reviews, and tonight we will be reviewing what is probably a big cult followed featured-length film, The Princess Bride. Now, I was not introduced to The Princess Bride until maybe in my late teens when I first met my husband. I could only sit through the first 20 minutes of it, but now moving forward, not only am I going to be reviewing this, but actually one of my closest friends, Mandy, who is here with me now,
yes,
is going to be reviewing this film with me, and she has not seen The Princess Bride either.
Nope, I have not. I've heard it from one of my good friends. It was his favorite one that he kept wanting me to see, and I kept pushing it away, thinking I wouldn't get into it, and, well, I really kind of didn't.
I could not get into this film either. The story of Princess Bride follows where we first meet a boy who is sick, and he's sick in bed, and nothing major, just like the flu or something like that from what it looks like. And his grandfather came in, and the boy was kind of hesitant on him like reading the story about a princess meeting this farm, or this future princess meeting a farm boy. And then there was love, and then 5 years later, he vanishes, and 5 years later, she's engaged to marry a prince by the name of Prince Humperdinck. Who comes up with these names?
Prince Humperdinck.
Prince Humperdinck.
Sounds like something else, but yeah, we won't go there.
We're not gonna go there. I want to try to keep this channel PG as possible. But with future things coming in, I don't think that's going to happen either. Hint, hint, our top 50 hot anime guys review. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
but that's not the point, though.
That's not the point right now. With the way this movie went, well, I mean, where do we begin? I mean, the beginning, yeah, it was kind of interesting, like you said.
It was interesting. It was slow.
It was very slow in the beginning, and then it picked up, and I mean, we did get a little humor in it.
Like what? Within the first 40 minutes, after 40 minutes, we finally get a little bit of humor of what's going on.
Which kind of goes with what's going on right now.
With exactly what's happening right now.
With the mask.
And then, later on in the story, the princess by the name of Buttercup,
which I thought was a horse.
I'm
sorry, but
she thought it was a horse in the beginning.
Buttercup, I seriously thought it was talking about the horse that she was riding. Well, come to find out, no, that was her name.
Her name was Buttercup. So she goes on horseback to somewhere, I don't know exactly where, and then she meets 3 kidnappers or whatsoever, and
kidnapper.
And then of course they kidnap her.
They're all idiots. Oh my god, first thing, you have a know-it-all that thinks he knows everything when he doesn't. We got a strong guy that kind of has a brain the size of a peanut. And then we got this one guy that's like so focused on revenge for his family, which, okay, I get it. You want revenge on whoever killed your dad.
You killed my father. Prepare to die. Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Hello! My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Stop saying that!
When they're on sea, in the boat, doing, I guess they're planning like ransom or whatever, and they're planning to kill the princess, and they get followed by another boat. Well, this boat, whoever was driving it, is apparently a pirate. But lo and behold, later in the film, we discover that the pirate is Wesley, the farm boy that Buttercup loved in the beginning.
And she thought that he died.
But the reveal on how she discovered that it was Wesley.
Oh my god, that took her a while.
Not only did it take her a while, but it was so dramatic.
It was.
It was way
just like you didn't notice.
It was way too dramatic as she pushes him down the hill, and
oh my god, that's my love! I gotta go tumble with them.
Pretty much, and he screams out, "As you wish!" And it's like she's like, "Oh my god, what have I done?" She could have stopped right there. It could have ended right there. But no, she literally had to leap herself over that stupid hill, and she had to roll with him.
Yeah.
What?
I would have just waited.
Was that even necessary?
I don't know.
There are some things in this film that I just have to question. It was too cheesy. It was too overused. Like the climbing segments, for example. When Andre carried the Buttercup and the other two guys, like climbing the rope, and then Wesley followed right after. That scene took what? A good 3-4 minutes? 3 good 4 solid minutes. I felt like we were sitting there for 10 minutes. And then when you're expecting a fight to come between
the two, let me have you wrestle.
Exactly, the fight between Wesley and what's the other guy's name? Igneo or something like that.
Yeah.
You were expecting it to start like right away. Oh, you climb. Now I'm gonna push you off the cliff and possibly kill you. But no, he decides to make him rest. And then what? He makes the statement. He makes the statement of, "Oh, well, the sword's in my left hand, so really nothing's gonna do. But on my right hand, I'm just gonna kill you. It's not fair for me to fight him with my right hand because I'm gonna kill him." What?
And then I gotta tell you my lifelong story of why I carry this sword. Which, okay, I get you. You know, your dad made it. I get it. That's very sweet. That was nice and crafted element. The detail of it was nice, but it was just like, really, dude, you're telling someone that you want to kill when you could already killed them.
Exactly. And like when I made the spot earlier while Wesley was climbing, Igneo could have just grabbed one of those cylinder bricks and just throw it down or push it down or something.
Oh yeah, he could have did a lot of things to make him fall, or at least make him be dead.
Some of this film, we paid attention to some of it. Most of it, we just kind of zoned out from it.
But it was a 1987 movie, so yeah.
It is 1987, so of course it's gonna have its like cheesy 80s some moments or whatever. But don't get me wrong, there are some 80 movies out there that are classic that are able to pull it off. That's really good.
Oh yeah, there is some that are good. It's just that one and
I don't.
Some other ones I can't get into.
Right, I don't.
The Mighty Python, I cannot. Like, there's some parts where it is funny, don't get me wrong. I will find you a shrubbery. Okay, some of it, yeah, it makes me laugh, but then some of it, I'm like, okay, why are we doing this?
I think when Ty and Mike and I were talking in the last CE Mattison and Friends segment, where we were talking about the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, we discussed it, and he goes, I think it's British humor that you just can't get into it. And
that might be a good. I never thought of it that way.
Because I never grew up with British humor.
No, and I haven't either.
And
so I wouldn't know the difference.
And he did. So I think that's why it kind of clicked in him.
True, you do have a point. That might have been a different type of humor.
Mm-hmm. While I'm not dissing like British like humor.
Oh, God, no.
No, we're not dissing any of that at all. It's just
we never
grew up with that.
We don't understand as much
like,
as we do with other humor.
Exactly, like
different ones.
Exactly, like for an example with Mr. Bean, I never grew up watching Mr. Bean. I had no idea who the hell Mr. Bean was until like literally a month ago.
See, I heard of him, but I don't think I've seen I've seen bits of it, so I haven't seen all of it.
And then Ty showed me like a short segment of Mr. Bean like taking a test or something, and I thought it was hilarious as hell.
Oh, he's funny. Now that I finally get to see a little bit of it, I like that too. Exactly.
If you guys are interested to see in this film, it is on Disney Plus. Really, it's just a fairy tale adventure about true love and just people falling in love, and they have to battle the evil in the castle. A lot of people like this film. A lot of critics really like this film. Rotten Tomatoes ranked this as 97%. 86% of the Google users like this film. It's not very appeasing to me. Some of the things I just have to question. Why did we do it this way? Or maybe we could have added a couple of points into this. But we did like the little small scene between the grandson and the grandfather.
Yeah, that was kind of cute because he did finally get into it. It was like, okay, this isn't too bad.
Right. It's like introducing a kid to like a new chore or a new like bike or something like that, or a new story.
Yeah.
Or anything like that. It's like
they were not used to.
Right, exactly. It's like, oh, I hate this. Why do we gotta do it this way? And then when it's explained more in such a fantastic and exciting way, now you're getting the kid to take enjoyment of this. Like, can we keep going? Or that's not how it should go. When you hear kids say that's not how it should go, she should live happily ever after with Wesley and not the horrible prince. You kind of got a kid going with this.
Oh, yeah, because then they're like, wait a minute, he's the bad guy, she doesn't need to be with him.
And I need to point out something with this film. In a way, The Princess Bride, I don't know if anybody has seen this film recently, but I had to write it down as soon as it was being said. But there was a point where Wesley was fighting Physic, who was played by Andre the Giant. Wesley said, well, masks are comfortable. In the future, everybody's going to be wearing masks. Immediately, I had to pause and make a note of this. I don't think it's pulling off a whole Simpsons future prediction like how they do it with everything else. Mm-hmm. But just the fact that I heard that, now you're thinking, what the hell? I just thought it was funny just because of the whole like COVID pandemic, and now everybody's wearing masks, including ourselves, just to protect ourselves and everybody around us. Mm-hmm. But I just thought like, wow, he's not wrong. Everybody has to wear a mask now in the 21st century. It did have good humor into it, but none of it was like a
like laughing so hard.
Right, none of it was like a laughing so hard you're busting your butt off. Their budget was $16 million. They made $30 million in the box office, which was impressive in 1987. You're right, it was impressive in 1987.
Oh, definitely, that's really good.
And actually in 2016, just looking at my source, it was inducted to the National Film Registry, being deemed as a, quote, culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant. Meaning apparently it's a kick-ass film.
Yeah. That's the best way to put it.
That apparently is the best way to put it. But The Princess Bride, to me, I don't know if maybe if we saw this when we were younger, we could probably still do like a cult following of it, or we could be big fans of this film. But I think because we're such late bloomers to this film that it doesn't really attract us as it does with everybody else.
No.
It was nice. It was nice. It did kind of have like a little small humor into it, but it was just so boring.
It was
so boring. This is not like our type of film. We're not the average millennials that really like this romance, fantasy, adventure.
Oh God, no.
Sort of film. It's just something that we can't really
get into.
Exactly. It's just something that we really can't get into. It's nice, and maybe if I have kids in the future, or if Mandy has kids in the future, we could maybe show this to them.
Oh dear, I don't know if I need two little ones running around right now.
But
yeah, I guess down the road.
But down the road,
they probably will see it because it either will show them or their uncle probably will.
Or their father is going to show it.
Either or.
But I think the moral of this whole entire story is true love always finds its way and defeats evil. Is that how I kind of see it? Is that how you kind of see it?
It does. I mean, it conquers. Yeah, you do have difficulty time trying, like, staying together, and probably at that time that probably was hard to do when you had, arranged marriages and, were forced to, in her case, she had to marry royalty.
So the Princess Bride, it's all right, I guess. I don't really have anything else to say. The Princess Bride, we have to rank it 3 out of 5. It was nice. It had some kind of humor, but it just didn't really click into us. It's not the genre that we grew up with. It's not the humor that we grew up with. We grew up with more kind of like a realism, action, adventure sort of thing.
Yeah.
Is that kind of fair to say a little bit?
It did. They kind of weren't really girls.
So that is it for Let's Review The Princess Bride. Thank you guys so much for listening to our reviews. I know it's been a while since I put a Let's Review film out other than the 1978's Watership Down. I have 7 things I need to review. Hopefully I can get those out soon. Plus, I will be doing a double review on Stargirl next week. We're coming very, very close to the season finale. I'm excited for it. We're finally getting to the nitty-gritty of Stargirl, and I'm really excited. I want to see where we're going next, and I want to see what Barbara has to say about discovering that her daughter is Stargirl and the Cosmic Staff. So thank you guys so much. Like this video, click subscribe, help me grow Cyntillating Reviews to be something big. If you want to be notified for personal videos or all my videos, click that bell below. Comment your thoughts on The Princess Bride and what your childhood memories of this film is. So thank you guys so much, and we will see you guys on another day. Bye!
Bye.
Alright, enough of this crap. Let's shut this thing down and turn on free.
Thank God!
Our simplest prevention is our biggest protection. Take care of yourselves and others as you practice social distancing, washing hands, and staying at home. Let's get better by starting to make our world better to reduce the spread of COVID-19. See you later on another day.